Hey guys, in this video I actually mentioned that the product is in aluminum, but it's actually stainless steel. I screwed up when I was talking about the product. Anyways, it is stainless steel. Have fun, watch the video, don't forget to thumbs up. Thanks, bye. Hey guys, time for an upgrade on the CC-02. The CC-02 kind of has a flaw in its design, is that the transmission does come down low, but there is this bump in the transmission that really makes it kind of hit trees and things like that. It actually stops here, like you can see. So it really hangs up in the branches, and I found a solution. And I did find it from RC Mart. They are from Hong Kong, so sometimes it takes a little bit to get here in Canada. But it took about 20 days to get here. So that's 10 to 20 days sometime from Hong Kong. So that's not bad. So the part number is the stainless steel skid plate for the Tamiya CC-02 from Yaw Racing. Yaw Racing is available from a lot of other websites. I found this one, like I mentioned, at RC Mart. TACC 038, and that's what the skid plate looks like. And it's pretty thick aluminum. It should hold up very good. Like, I can barely push this down, and it's all bent aluminum. Should be kind of cool. And I also got this from Yaw Racing, which is the front and rear differential protector. So that's for the front of it. It did get a kind of banged up. Let me show you. So you can really see where it got banged up and scraped up. So it's going to help a lot when I meet a rock to actually slide against that aluminum instead of banging on this. So let's install all that and make it work a little better. Now, if I turn this upside down, you might see a little bit better what I mean when it actually hangs up. So when the branch comes, it actually goes against the dry shaft here, and you can see I've been kind of rough on it, and where it actually hit the ground there. So now it should come equal to all that. So let's install that. And it basically installs it on these 4 screws, which is going to make it nice and easy. One thing I've noticed and read a lot about the comments on this part number that I just showed you, it is for the G-Wagon. So the G-Wagon does have the long wheelbase, and if you do buy this for any other CC-02 with a different wheelbase, you are going to have to modify this. And nowhere does it say that it's actually for the long wheelbase. So please do be careful of which one you actually get. Sorry, I just mentioned to you guys it attaches on the links, but it doesn't. It actually attaches to the frame. But what happens is that if it's a shorter wheelbase, you do have to trim these out a little bit here, because the links are a little bit more in, so you have to take your Dremel or something to actually cut the piece of metal there, because your wheelbase, your links are actually going to be in a little bit. So let's start installing this, but it should protect it pretty good and give me a heck of a lot better, not clearance, but it should slide better. Now, one thing I just noticed is that I did take off the back screw for this, which is here. So I took off this back screw, but it actually attaches to the front screw here, and that's where the hole patterns are, and they are. And it's the same thing on the other side. So basically it's going to go right against here. It goes on the outside, but then here I do have a gap. I do have a spacer. And on the other side also, I do have a space, not a spacer, but a space. And then on this side, it's actually going to lean against here. So it does not go attached directly to the frame. It does attach to the outside. Now here, I guess they don't supply any spacers to go in between there to fill that gap. So I do have some spacers. I probably will put a spacer there just so it's really tight. Or you could just keep tightening it, but you are tightening in plastic, so, and just make sure it's tight. So that's what I think. It's kind of a little bit of a design flaw that they should have did. They should have bent this a little bit more so it would have been tight in the front and not, but it's still going to work. It's still going to, I'll make it work. There from the top, you can actually see that you have a gap there and a gap there. But when I actually squeeze on it, I can actually make it touch. So I'll try putting it. It is going to squish that plate a little bit and kind of push it down. But it should work also. There we go. Both screws installed on top. Without spacers, it does fit. Just by squishing it, it does fit. I don't like it as much because it does kind of put a strain on the screw. It pulls a lot out on the screw, but it did work. And everything is installed. Nothing's in the way of anything. Everything is still going to flex. And now I have a nice skid plate. So the pumpkin is just touching, which is nice, is that it doesn't. So you can see the pumpkin is there where the bump for the transmission is. So it's pretty much touching. So you're not losing any height. You're just making sure it's going to, the branch is going to slide on here and then slide out. Now let's put in the front skids. Okay, to install the skid, the diff skid, it attaches to the link, so you have to replace these. So to actually do this, it's a little bit more time consuming. You got to take the tires off, you got to take the screw that attaches the link and take your shock off, and then everything just pop off, and then you have access to the two screws. So the two links stays there. They do give you new screws. These are M3 screws. The screws they gave you are 2.5s. Now you are going to sandwich everything together. I dropped it. And the screw is going to go all the way through, well, from the same side as you put the other one. And then you put a nut on this side. So it will sandwich everything together. It is a preference if you want to use these, or if you have your own M3 screws that are longer than the provided one, then you can actually put M3s. I might do it that way, I don't know, just because it's going to be stronger, but it should be strong enough because it does act like a washer on this side. So once you put this does act like a washer. And the nut they provide you is a nylon nut. It does have a nylon, so it should stay there. And it should keep it tight. There we go. Front diff installed. Diff cover. There's my skid plate. And the rear one. Alright. Now it's time to go test it out and see how this is going to work out. Well guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Until then, go charge up some batteries and go out there, break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun. See you later.